Hi there, this is Paige, who is Stamp Girl here on YouTube, and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm sharing with you the cards I made for the collab called 10 on the 10th. This collab is hosted by Kim, who is Metal Scrappin' Chick, and the purpose of this collab is to make Christmas cards all year long so that we're not scrambling at the last minute to get our stash of cards ready to go. So each month we make around 10 cards and share them with you on the 10th of the month. So let me show or share with you what I made. Now I used some papers from what I think was a card making kit, possibly from Hunky Dory. I don't have the original packaging, but it was some papers that were gifted to me, and there were some solids and some prints, and it was a real heavyweight paper, more like a good heavyweight cardstock. And some of the cards themselves were like I know in the UK they don't use 8.5 by 11, but whatever size they use, and then they fold it in half, and then you get this really large card. So what I did is I cut a lot of those card fronts down into pieces for A2 size cards, and then I used some of the punch outs that were in the collection. I pulled in some dies and other embellishments from my own stash. So let's get started talking about some of these cards. So this one is just a white A2 card base, and then I used one of the solid colors in the background. It might have been my own cardstock, which I normally use, Stampin' Up! Cardstock. This die right here is a die from Fun Stamper's Journey, and so I die cut it twice and just did some paper piecing. And I put that on a white panel, and then these black strips are from Love from Lizzie, the border sticker strips. And then I popped up the sentiment here. And the insides of most of them will be blank. So here is another version of this card. You can see where I use the opposite pieces to inlay. And then these bows right here are some stickers that I bought a while ago, quite a while ago, at Target. And so now I'm not seeing the package right now, but they were from, okay, it's here, I just have to grab it. They were from Carlton Cards, which is part of American Greetings. And these are hanging up, not in the card aisle at the Target I was at, but on a side aisle across from maybe the craft aisles and the school supplies and office supplies. On a wall, they had a bunch of stickers from Carlton Cards. So anyway, there's where the gold bows came from. And then this is a little outline sticker that says Merry Christmas, and that is from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Like I said, most of the cards are blank inside. So for this one I took another patterned paper, matted it, layered up some of the cut-aparts. The little punch-out cut-aparts were meant to be layered, so they had like the background layer and the front layer, but you had to layer them yourself with your own dimensionals. And this is some ribbon from Stampin' Up!, and I just tied a knot at the end. And from another background of the same paper, same ribbon, another cut-apart that's popped up. And then these two were from two different background pieces. One was this glittery red, and one was the silver foil. So I just used some black and white ribbon. This is, or black and silver ribbon, excuse me. This is from Stampin' Up! This was one of the punch outs. And then for this one I used the same ribbon that I used earlier on these cards, but I took one of those borderline stickers that I got from Elizabeth Craft Designs and just put them across the ribbon. And then I had some little black glittery dot stickers that I just accented some of the ornaments with. And then Happy Holidays is a rub-on that I had in my stash. So these next two cards are from a similar background paper, and I used that black sheer glittery ribbon from Stampin' Up, and over that I placed this silver and black ribbon from Stampin' Up, made a little knot down at the bottom. Same thing here, just a different label and sentiment punch out. And then this one is from the same background as these other two cards that I showed you. This is an outline sticker that I purchased quite a while ago from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I've had it for several years. And I just placed it on some green cardstock and then cut around it. And then the bow I placed on a red cardstock and cut around it. And just layered them together in the corner. And then this paper right here had these little gifts that was part of the pattern on the paper. These are glittery. And then I just used the Stampin' Up ribbon and the layered cut apart. And then these two, I cut these out of white, red, and silver. And then I just paper piece them back in again. So I put the silver inside the red outline and the red inside the white outline. And I still have a silver outline then to use for another time. And then these are some outline stickers from Elizabeth Craft Designs, as is this one right here. So anyway, those are my cards. I think I got 12 cards made this time, just because once I started, I just wanted to keep going, and I wanted to use up all of these little punch outs and layered pieces. So when I go back to use the remainder of the kit, I'll have to become more creative with sentiments. So anyway, that's what I have to share. I'd like to thank you for joining me. If I didn't mention it already, I'll leave a link down below to all the participants in this collaboration. Please check them out and get some ideas for your holiday crafting. And now I'm off to create.